We're back, we're bad, you're Polish and I'm mad. Wait, that's not right. I'm Polish, you're not Polish. I mean, you could be, there's really no way of me knowing for sure. And frankly, I'm not mad either. Anyway, PoleArms is back, 2021, baby. Woo! Hey, y'all. I'll tell you what, if you're a non-subscriber of a certain age or just a youngin' that likes old movies, and I can't believe this movie is actually considered an old movie, but I guess it is, and I guess that means that I too am old. But if after watching that master class of acting, that was my intro, if you know what 80s movie that line was very loosely referencing, give yourself a gold star and then go ahead and hit that subscription button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. And even if you don't know the answer, well, you should be ashamed of yourself, but then after the shame goes away, hit that subscription button in the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Because guys, I'm trying real hard to finally, after 2+ years of running this channel, monetize the son of a gun. So every little bit helps. Yes, it is I, Doug, your friendly neighborhood pole, and I am back after a year-plus hiatus. It's been a little while. Sorry guys, what can I say? It's been one hell of a year, as I'm sure you already know. So today we're going to take a little bit slow. We're going to start out with a light jog, get the old blood pumping again, get used to being in front of the camera again. And I'm going to revisit my very first video from 2+ years ago when I first started the channel. It was your obligatory pocket dump EDC video. Everybody's got one. That one just happened to be mine, and it was my very first one. So we're going to update it, and today you're going to see an updated 2021 Redux EDC video. But we're going to do it a little bit differently today. Instead of showing you the tabletop and spreading out all of my gear on the tabletop and talking a little bit about each item like most EDC videos do, that's how I did my first one too. I'm actually going to stand up, lift up my shirt. I might actually even tuck in my shirt for you because I like you guys and it's a special occasion. And actually show you the gear that I carry with me every day on my belt and in my pockets. And that's something I've never seen in any other EDC video out there. I'm not saying it's not out there, I just have never seen it, and I've watched quite a few. Also, I'm going to focus on 2 items today that I carry every day that I have never seen anybody else discuss in another EDC video. So without further ado, let's get to looking at what we're looking at. Avert your eyes, you innocents, lest this aberration of nature you see before you haunts your dreams tonight. Yeah, the only piece of EDC gear I cannot take off, not without a lot of hard work and dedication at least. Ain't she beautiful? Okay, let's get serious. Below this beautiful specimen is the first item I want to discuss. That's my gun belt, okay? If you're still rocking an off-the-rack, $12 belt from Walmart, please get online and start researching dedicated gun belts, okay? These things are specifically designed to hold all of the additional weight that you're carrying on your belt, the weight of all of your gear, without losing shape, without warping and twisting. Your holster is not going to gradually start to flop away from your body. Okay, and I'm speaking from experience because the first few years I carried, I did rock a $12 off-the-rack belt from Walmart, and I just made do. I watched videos like this recommending investing in a dedicated gun belt, and I just couldn't rationalize the cost. I couldn't justify it. Well, sure enough, I don't know how many of those belts I went through because they would just fall apart, lose their shape, twist, warp. My holster, no matter if I was wearing in the waistband or outside the waistband like I am now, that holster, that pistol would start to droop away from my body. So that belt really wasn't serving its purpose. Okay, so I got online, did the research, and invested in a dedicated gun belt and never looked back. One of the best investments I've ever made since I started carrying. Now this is the first of the two items I talked about earlier that I have never seen anyone bring up in any other EDC video, and I'm not sure why. You know, I've seen a lot of specialty videos, you know, review videos talking about individual gun belts, but as far as EDC gear videos go, I have never seen anybody bring up the gun belt. Arguably, next to your pistol, in my opinion, it's the most important piece of gear that you can wear every day. Again, because it's specially made to carry all of this stuff that you're wearing every day without warping, losing shape, letting things sag away from your body. Now, 4 years ago, I bought my first and only gun belt, and it is still going strong. It is an extreme belt from Hank's Belts, and I'm not getting money from any of these items, any of these companies I'm going to discuss today. I'm not getting money from any of them. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I am much too small a fish for that. So these are all items that I bought with my own money, and I'm just promoting them because they're quality items that have worked for me, and maybe they'll work for you. So yes, I bought an extreme belt from Hank's Belts about 4 years ago. At the time it was about $80, and I just checked and it's still about the same price. This is a 1.5 inch wide belt, so a standard size belt. The current extreme belts on their website, it says they're 17 ounces of just genuine 100% solid leather. Now if you go to the website, they have all different kinds of belts, some that are just solid leather like this, some that have cores running through the center made of kydex or steel. Of course, those are a little pricier, so you can get a belt. This is probably the cheapest belt they have on their site. Again, about $80, and you can get belts that are upwards of, you know, $120, $140, I believe. Again, I've been wearing it every day for 4 years, and this thing has not lost its shape whatsoever. There are no bends, no warps. You know, it still holds my holster, whether I'm wearing inside the waistband or outside the waistband. Still holds my holster tight to the body, no sagging. I couldn't be happier. And I've never had a belt off the rack or otherwise hold up my pants so well. Just saying, that's an added bonus with this belt. So Hank's Belts, can't go wrong, guys. Love them. Okay, moving over to the goods. My current carry pistol is a Canik TP9SFL, 5-inch barrel, 18 rounds. Now guys, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I'm a huge Canik fan. This is my favorite gun that I have ever owned. So I have talked plenty about this gun, about the brand, about Canik. Love them, great quality guns, an amazing value. I think the best value as far as the quality of gun you get for the money out there on the gun market today. Subscribe below and you can go and check out all of my other videos, and I've got plenty of videos singing the praises of this gun right here. I carry it, these days I carry outside the waistband at 3 o'clock in a Comp-tac International holster. Kydex, you have the speed cut in the front. Okay, that's great for competition, but it's also great for real world application, because instead of having to clear the top of the holster, which you would normally have to do before you could present the gun, all you have to do is clear that speed cut lip right there, and then you're able to present. So that's a fantastic feature. It was about $60 on Amazon when I got it last year. Comes with a belt loop option, which is what I'm wearing. You can see it has the little hook that fits right against the bottom edge of this 1.5 inch wide belt. Also comes with a paddle option if you wanted to go that route. Comp-tac International holster, go check them out, guys. Okay, moving right along. Carried in my 5th pocket there, it's my everyday carry knife. It is a CRKT Eraser. I love, love, love this knife. This knife was designed by Ma. This guy is a world-class knife fighter. He worked with the guys over at CRKT to design this knife for that purpose. Now, I don't know anything about knife fighting. I'm not going to pretend that I do. But with a knife like this, designed by a knife fighter, built for knife fighting, you sure as hell can do a pretty good job of faking it. That's one of the great things about CRKT. I love this brand of knife. They always highlight their different designers. They put their names on the blades that they design. I really like that a lot. Gives a nod to the designers that are putting out these awesome, beautiful works of art. I love the shape of this thing. I love the shape of the blade. I love the ergonomics of the handle. The blade, and I never saw, this is the most unique blade I've ever seen. The blade is a probably a 60-40 split between straight edge and serrated, which I love. I love having at least a little section of serrated blade to cut through cordage, zip ties, nylon straps, seat belts, anything like that. You really need, thick corded rope, like boat rope. You really need a serrated blade. It just makes quick work of any of that. So I always require at least a little section of serrated. The pocket clip, you can change the position, top, bottom, either side of the handle, so you can customize where you put the clip, so you can customize how you wear it. Now I wear it oriented this way, okay? Top of the handle fits in there, clips in, so when I grab it, my finger is right there at the assist. And by the way, that assist is just butter smooth. Give a little flick of your wrist, and it really pops out there easy peasy. I love that. The CRKT Eraser, this has been discontinued. You guys, sorry guys, I'm promoting the heck out of this thing, and you can't buy one. So yeah, you won't be able to go online and buy this, but you might be able to find a private seller, maybe on eBay. If you can track one down, well worth it, guys. My favorite knife, the CRKT Eraser, great knife. Okay, right down from the knife in my front right pocket, I carry my wallet. The only reason I'm bringing this out for you guys is because in my wallet, I carry one of these guys. You might have one as well. A lot of people do. Little credit card sized multi-tool. I know you guys have seen these advertised. Like I said, you may already own one. But you know the deal. It's got a couple basic things on it. Cutting blade, bottle opener, can opener, little saw back, couple different wrenches, things like that. Pretty basic. May not ever actually use this thing because I carry all this other stuff that serves the same purpose, but that's the point of a backup. That's the point of a redundancy. This thing it doesn't take up any space in your wallet. It's about the size of a credit card. And why not have something like this? A last ditch fallback, backup redundancy for some of your other gear if something happens to it. Again, it's doesn't take up a lot of space, so why not carry something like this? Okay, moving around to the other side. Well, before we get to the other side, might as well give an honorable mention to the portable hand sanitizer with a little carabiner that you can put on your belt loop. Why not, guys? The reality is germs are real. You're much more likely to need to defend yourself against germs than some homeless maniac in a parking lot carrying a screwdriver or something like that. Okay, this is really, out of all this other stuff that I carry, this is the thing that I definitely use multiple times a day, every day. Okay, hand sanitizer. Look into it, guys. It's science. Okay, so let's get around to the other side. You know what? We'll just go in order. We'll start with the pocket this time. In my front left pocket, I carry my EDC flashlight. Okay, this is from a South Korean company called Wuben. They are, in my opinion, a value alternative to the Phoenix brand of flashlights. Now, I love Phoenix brand. They are actually my favorite brand of flashlight. I have one on my AR. I've got multiple ones throughout the house, you know, one in my car, but they are pricey. They are pricey. And last year I was trying to buy a number of flashlights like this for different go bags and things like that, you know, during the crazy dark times of 2020. And I just didn't feel like spending all that money on Phoenix. So I did some research, got online, did some research, and came across this brand, and I am extremely happy with these guys. It is a high quality flashlight. I think every bit as good as the Phoenix, but a lot less money, guys, a lot less money. I bought this model is the T as in Tango, O as in Oscar, 46R as in Romeo, the TO46R. Bought this on Amazon for $30, and this same flashlight, give or take, from Phoenix would cost you upwards of $85 to $100+ easy. So you're getting a high quality flashlight for much, much less money. Now this flashlight, this model, I think it maxes out in the turbo setting at 1200 lumens, which is fantastic. I want those high lumens for my everyday carry flashlight for sure. I think it has 3 to 4 standard flashlight settings, as well as an SOS and a strobe setting. It has setting memory, so you set the flashlight, you turn it off. When you turn it back on, it remembers the last setting you used, which is a great feature. It has a lockout option because this casing, I mean, this is, you know, a metal casing. If you put it in your pocket and you accidentally turn it on and it's set to turbo, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna know. So this thing has a lockout feature, so that you can't accidentally turn it on in your pocket, which I think is fantastic. Nothing but good things to say about this flashlight, about this brand, Wuben. Go check them out, guys. Okay, moving up to the belt. This is the second of 2 items I talked about earlier that I have never seen any other EDC video talk about, and I don't know why, because as far as I'm concerned, it is indispensable. It is a super important piece of gear that you should be wearing every day. Even if for some crazy reason you don't carry a pistol with you every day, please, for the love of God, carry some pepper gel, okay? Not pepper spray, pepper gel. Okay, I carry Sabre Red. Okay, this is a fantastic product. I first bought it for my wife years and years ago so that she could carry it in her purse. We also had small kids at the time. But the pepper spray, you have to consider you can actually experience blowback. If it's a little bit of a windy day, that pepper spray can blow back in your face. It can blow into your children's faces. So this pepper gel, there's no chance of blowback. It's actually gel. The Sabre Red brand actually has a purple dye in it. So you spray anybody in their face, and their eyes and their entire face is stained purple, so that when you call the cops to track the crazy down, he'll be relatively easy to spot. Hey, it's that guy over there rubbing his eyes with the purple face. As far as I'm concerned, guys, this is a must. You need to carry a less than lethal, a non-lethal deterrent for self-defense. Your only options cannot be shoot somebody, stab somebody, or be attacked or killed yourself, or run away. There's got to be something in between. If, for example, you're out walking through your neighborhood and a wild dog comes running at you, are you going to pull your gun and start blasting away in the middle of your street, into people's houses, into people's backyards where their kids are playing? Or are you going to use something like this? So if you're not rocking the pepper gel, please start. It makes good sense. Again, I carry the Sabre Red. This is the MK3 size pepper gel. It is 1.5 ounces and it's about $15 just about anywhere you can find it. Now guys, when you go out and buy your Sabre Red pepper gel, when you get it home, immediately toss that chintzy POS nylon holster that it comes with, toss it right in the garbage. Get online and buy you something just like this. Okay, this is a hard leather molded pepper gel, pepper spray holder from Safariland. Got it on eBay for about $25. This one is specifically molded for the MK3 size canisters. Okay, they also have a version that's molded for the MK4 canisters, you know, the taller canisters. This thing is awesome. You know, once I broke it in, this thing comes out smooth as can be, but there's still enough, you know, friction retention to keep it in place until I need to pull it. But please get rid of this thing. Check this out. This is what came with that pepper gel. It's just chintzy nylon. Okay, the stitching came completely undone. Big hole in the side. Piece of crap. And that was only after a couple weeks of wearing it every day. Just not durable whatsoever. And the only retention is this thin little elastic sleeve. The other day I was in the gas station, walked by a, let's say, less than stable, homeless looking gentleman yelling into the air, and as I walked by, he yells, "Kill you, man!" Now, was he talking to me? He wasn't looking at me. You know, was he talking to the Yeti on angel dust he hallucinated walking by? Who knows? Wasn't really my place to figure it out. I wasn't going to take the chance. So when I got in line behind the guy, went down to get it out so I could just kind of palm it in my hand, ready to go. And it took some doing getting my pepper gel out of this holster. It probably looked ridiculous. I really had to manhandle that pepper gel out of this piece of crap holster, and mainly it's because of that elastic sleeve. It just grabbed on to the canister, and it was hot out. It was hot out that day. The label was starting to come off, so there was some exposed adhesive, so I don't know if that caught on to the, you know, the elastic or what, but I had a devil of a time getting this canister out of this holster. And if it was a more dire situation, if it was much more urgent that I deploy that pepper gel in a timely manner, that could have cost me my life. And that's no joke. So I recommend with pepper gel or your carry knife or your carry pistol, anything that you're gonna stake your life on or the lives of your friends and family, I suggest you train and practice deploying that weapon or deploying that pepper gel. You don't want to wait until you have to use that item to save your life or the lives of your family to find out that a 10-cent piece of nylon is going to cost you your life. Sabre Red pepper gel in a Safariland leather pepper gel holder. Great combination, guys. That's the way to go. Okay, moving right along. Behind my pepper gel, I have my spare magazine for my Canik 18-round magazine. And I carry it in a Cytak universal mag holder. Now you can't get this generation anymore. They've since updated their design. But at the time, this was years ago, I got this on Amazon for about $20. I think the next generations are probably still around $20, maybe $25. I'll take it off for you so you can get a better look. Now see, that plastic piece, that little clip slides in behind your belt. Okay, click that shut, and then you bring up this little bracket here, clicks in place, keeps it in place. Okay, inside here you have this little plastic shelf that you can move up or down depending on the width of your belt, and the top of that shelf just rides along the bottom edge of your belt so that you don't have any play. This is a universal holster, so it is intended to carry all size magazines from single to double stack. As far as calibers go, from 9mm on up. This thing is a little too big to accommodate 380. It just won't. There's no retention if you try to put a 380 single stack magazine in here. So you're talking about 9mm on up, single to double stack. Great thing about this is this can actually hold the 1.5-inch stack magazines that the Shield uses. Their magazines are somewhere in between single and double stack in terms of width. So this will accommodate that. Now you can adjust it in 2 different places. Up top here, I don't know if you can see these clips. You pull these clips out and it's kind of a ratchet system where you can you can make this top extra wide for double stack magazines, and then you can close it, make it a little more narrow for the 1.5-inch, I'm sorry, for the 1.5-stack or the single stack magazines. Then down here, there's a little retention screw, and this bottom piece is on a slider, so you can push that in or bring it out as needed to accommodate whatever size magazine you are carrying. I originally bought these when I was doing competitions because I was kind of going back and forth trying to figure out which gun I wanted to use for competition, and I didn't want to buy multiple specialty magazine carriers for each gun. So I found these guys online, and then I just adopted these as my EDC magazine carriers. So check these out, guys, the Cytak Universal Magazine Holder. Last but not least, the good old multi-tool. I carry a Gerber Truss. Love this thing. Now guys, even if you're not self-defense minded like myself, even if you don't weaponize your belt like I do, you gotta know, you gotta have a good dependable multi-tool on you. You've gotta understand the benefits of carrying a good multi-tool each and every day. I prefer Gerber brand for a lot of different reasons. First and foremost, if you've been paying attention to this video, and if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I am value minded. I'm looking for the best quality items for the best price. And Gerber multi-tools check that box off for me big time. I also love that all Gerber multi-tools come with a locking mechanism, so all the tools lock into place. They're not going to accidentally close on your fingers while you're using the dang thing. I know a lot of other brands out there, a lot of other expensive brands out there don't have that feature, but it is a must, guys, and I love that Gerber provides that on each and every one of their multi-tools. Now, this is my first time owning the Truss specifically. In the past, I have owned multiple suspensions and love the things, use them for my work multi-tools. They are always very durable and dependable, so I am a big fan of the brand in general. Now, I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of what this multi-tool has. It has most of your basic multi-tool tools in here. You know what they are. Not going to get into it, but I would recommend, if you're looking for a good multi-tool, recommend the Gerber Truss every time. And like the pepper gel, I immediately upgraded the carrier. You know, this thing came with another chintzy nylon sheath that was destined to fall apart on me, just like the pepper gel sheath. And God knows, I've owned, like I said, I've owned plenty of multi-tools in the past, used them for work every day, and those nylon sheaths fall apart almost immediately. They're practically worthless. Then you end up having to throw your multi-tool, you know, in your pocket. So I immediately went out and upgraded, got online, and I came across these Kydex sheaths that are, you know, specially molded for your specific multi-tool. This is from a company called Clip and Carry. I got this, I believe, either on Walmart.com or eBay for about $25. And like I said, it is, you know, especially molded for this multi-tool. Love it, guys. So I recommend, no matter what it is, whether it's your pepper gel, you know, a knife, multi-tool, I recommend throwing away the cheap nylon sheaths and holders that come with the things, getting online and upgrading. Your life, very realistically, could depend on it. Well, there you have it, guys. EDC 2021 in the bag. Hey, don't go anywhere. Stick around, watch some of my other videos. And please, for the love of God, hit that big old subscription button for me, okay? And don't forget, in the immortal words of Don Cornelius, peace and soul.